This your boy Flo, KG, Pastor Kevin, whatever you call me. Here doing an acapella breakdown. Basically, we're going to rap a verse and then we're going to break it down bar for bar so you can kind of see the meaning behind each bar and stuff like that. So, look, I want you to get the picture. Try to lift Christ higher so I stay in this book. You see, I read the scriptures. It kindles the fire, takes me out of my nook. So God's going to ask, whom shall I send? And if you want to go, cool. But don't monkey around, because this ain't just a super saying. This ain't just bars we laying or words we spraying, but it's the truth we conveying. But some cat's gonna say, hey, let me do that later. I just need some time so I can stack my paper. But homie, if time is money, then you just buying time, trading in dollars for dimes while you wasting the years of your prime. But if God is planning for this planet, no band of cannon can stand it, no higher standard demanded that he commanded, we handed him our all. To see what this world needs is leaders to lead. And unfortunately, only in an emergency will leaders emerge and see that we need leaders to lead not only in a crisis, but anytime you can go up to that girl and say, hey, don't cry, sis. Let me show you who Christ is. So go into your clique and tell them about this freedom. Because whether you're a big dog, small, or in between, you can speak to any medium. So while some use the Facebook to stalk their ex where they kept lurking, I'll use my Facebook to fish for men. Call it networking. Alright, so first off, it's not a traditional 16-bar verse written for a song, so it doesn't follow the same rhythmic pattern. It's more of an acapella, free verse, spoken word. That's what I've been into writing lately, so that's what I'm sharing with y'all. So it doesn't follow the typical rhythm pattern. So we'll start with the first bar. It says, I want you to get the picture. I'm trying to lift Christ higher so I'll stay in his book. Basically, I want you to get the picture. I'm out here rapping for Christ. And so to do that, I stay in his book. I read the scriptures. It kindles the fire, takes me out of my nook. Each and every day I got to read the scriptures to get that daily bread, and that kindles the fire. It starts the fire in me. But Kindle is also a tablet that you can use to read. So when I read the scriptures, you know, read, Kindle, exactly. And then we say, takes me out of my nook. Nook is also a tablet you can use for reading, but nook is also like a corner, so it takes me out of like my corner, crying, depressing place or whatever that Satan tried to get me in, and it takes me out of my nook and gets me on fire and stuff. So that's that one. Next we say, God's going to ask, whom shall I send? And if you want to go, cool. It's basically taken from the book of Isaiah where God says, whom shall I send and who will go for us? Isaiah says, here I am, Lord, send me. So it's kind of taken from that. And so if you want to go, then that's cool. But I also pronounce it as Goku, as in the character from Dragon Ball Z. Now, if you've never seen Dragon Ball Z, you're not going to understand this, and my children's pastor side of me is really going to come out. But Goku is the primary character from this show called Dragon Ball Z I watched as a kid. And Goku was not from this planet, he's from a different planet, and he's called a Saiyan, and Saiyans can transform into monkeys, and they can transform into Super Saiyans. So we get that in, if you want to Goku, but don't monkey around, because this ain't just a Super Saiyan. So we get the whole wordplay on the Dragon Ball Z show. And then I say, so this ain't just bars we laying or words we spraying, but it's the truth we convey. It's pretty self-explanatory. We're not here just rapping. We're here trying to get a message across to you. And then I say, some cat's going to say, hey, let me do that later. I just need some time so I can stack my paper. There's too many people out there my age, you know, a little older or younger, that are wasting away their life right now. And they're like, hey, I'll do that thing for God when I'm later. But really, you're just wasting away the years of your prime, which I say after that. If time is money, you're just buying time. So use two very common phrases that both deal with time and money. Time is money, and buying time, and throw them together with that. And you trading in dollars for dimes while you're wasting the years of your prime. So basically with that, we're saying, if you're waiting until you're in your like 40s or 50s to start serving God, you're wasting the prime years of your life. And what you could be trading in for dollars, you're trading in dimes for. So you're kind of wasting it away. And after that, we do one of my favorite things to do in rhyming, is a little thing where we said, if God is planning for this planet, no band of cannon can stand it, no higher standard demanded that he commanded, we handed him our all. And so basically we took a lot of two-syllable rhymes and stacked them all on top of each other. So if God has planned it for this planet, if God has planned it for this, ordained it for it to be on this earth, then no bandit cannon can stand it. So no bad guy, no bandit cannon can stand up against what God has planned. And no higher standard demanded. There's nothing higher demanded of us as Christians and Christ followers than he commanded we handed him our all. He's commanded that we hand him our everything. And then after that, we say what this world needs is leaders to lead. Self-explanatory. We need people to man up and be leaders. But unfortunately, only in an emergency will leaders emerge and see. Basically, we took the emergency and used the word emergency and then broke it down into 3 words, emerge and see. And kind of talking about how only in bad times will people come out and start serving God and start doing things for God when it's crucial and a crisis and all that kind of stuff. And then we move on to the next bar where it says, we need leaders to lead not only in a crisis, but anytime you can go to that girl and say, don't cry, sis, let me show you who Christ is. So just like we did with emergency, we do it with the word crisis as well, and talk about how not only in times of crisis you can be a leader and you can do God's work. And then we go into, getting near the end, we say, what's that? So go into your clique and tell them about this freedom. Because whether you're a big dog, small, or in between, you can speak through any medium. Basically, go to your friends, go to your group, tell them about what Christ has done for you. Because whether you're the big dude, the little dude, whatever, you can tell them about it. And then we get into the Facebook line where I say, while some use their Facebook to stalk their ex where they kept lurking, I know plenty of people out there, you only use Facebook to creep on people. Stop it. While some use their Facebook to stalk their ex where they kept lurking, I'll use my Facebook to fish for men, call it networking. So I'm going to use my Facebook for a different tool for fishing for men and to share God's gospel. And it's a networking site. So while I fish for men, I'll use my networking bars. Okay, that's Flow, KG, acapella verse breakdown. Get at it.